password to tryhackme123, tryhackme123. Now that that's done, we can go to our attack box. Go ahead and make this full screen. We'll minimize it here. F11 again, just because I like it when it's full screen like this. We'll allow copy and pasting. And now we should be able to SSH into here. So we'll do it from the terminal here, and we'll do everything from our attack box. I just noticed it's much faster. So Ubuntu. Paste in our IP. Yes, tryhackme123. And then you can see this user has full sudo permission, so we'll just do sudo password root. Same thing, tryhackme123, tryhackme. Me123, and now we're going to switch over to our root user. Because a lot of this stuff we need a root permission. So we have that going, we have access to this. And now we can go ahead and get started with some of this challenge. So if we look at it right here, it says in this challenge room, we will act as John, who has recently cleared his third screening interview for the SOC Level 2 position at MSSP Sabertees Ltd. And a final challenge is ready to test our knowledge. I kind of failed it yesterday, but hey, I figured it out. Where you will be required attack box, and we'll go HTTP this. $8,000. It does take a little bit for Splunk to load, so we'll give it a second. And guys, I can't even express how happy I was when I finally solved this machine today. And doing it in a way that I think will be easier for other people to follow who are like me. And finally, if we just index it by main, you can see here is the issue. This is actually one log, but it's split up into two log sources. We have network log here from country South Africa, right? So we need to put this all together. And so if we look at this, we know that with regular expressions, we need to identify our network log here. And if we go over to the room questions, well, that's level 1. Level 2 is we're going to extract custom fields. We'll get to that though. But it says, what is the full path of the FIXIT app directory? Let's go ahead and work through these questions, and then we'll be able to fix that first error that we see. That's the first thing we need to do, is do level 1. So the full path to the FIXIT app directory is just a standard path. If we open our terminal back up, we will go to cd opt. So if we look at this, we know that with regular expressions, we need to identify our network log here. And if we go over to the room questions, well, that's level 1. Level 2 is we're going to extract custom fields. We'll get to that though. But it says, what is the full path of the FIXIT app directory? Let's go ahead and work through these questions, and then we'll attack etsy apps fix. FIXIT. Yep, I was right. So that's what it is. So we'll go ahead and copy that. What stanza will we use to define event boundary in this multi-line event case? Now, you really need to do this room first. This is the Splunk data manipulation room. Really good room. If you're like me and don't have any experience with Splunk, you cannot do the FIXIT room without doing this room ahead of time. And it provides all the information that we basically need. And the stanzas, if I remember which one we talk about, it says in the inputs.conf, what is the full path of the network log script? Now, inputs.conf is one of these standard logs over here, not logs, but configurations. So let's just review what that is. Inputs.conf, the purpose is it defines data inputs and how to collect data from cat inputs.conf. You can see this is where we're getting it. Opt, Splunk, Etsy, apps, FIXIT, bin, and network logs. And that is what it's looking for there. So let's go and copy that, go over to FIXIT. Regex that pulls out network log. We'll do. Okay, he actually did not do it right. He's still not doing it right. So he did this correctly for us before. I want to see if I asked it differently. Give me a regex that pulls out network log. Certainly, this is the correct answer here. Put it in there. That is a regex pattern that will help us to find the event start. Now, if we go back to data manipulation, we actually have an example of fixing a similar issue. So nano props.conf network logs don't. So nano props.conf. So nano props. props.conf network logs. Don't do this, guys. This is what failed me in my first stream. It needs to be an underscore, network logs. And if we just look at the syntax here, we can actually copy this and we'll modify it according to for our purposes. There's a few things that we need to change. Should line merge equals true, that's totally fine. But remember, we're not gonna must break before. We need to do break only before, or not must break after. Must break after, remember, that's gonna break it on the end of the string, the end of the log. and the slashes are just to escape the brackets. Let's go ahead and save that. And once that is saved, we can restart Splunk. So let's restart Splunk, and hopefully that fixed that last issue. If not, it's because I have something wrong on my syntax, which is always very possible. Unfortunately, and this is the downside of doing this challenge room, every time we want to test our modification here, we have to restart Splunk and it takes a few minutes. But here is what I discovered. Once Splunk is back up and we fix this initial boundary issue, what we are able to do, making sure all this looks good, no weird errors. Invalid key in stanza. Oh, that's not even something I did. So that's just a default thing. Anyways, once we fix this initial boundary error, all the other changes we can make within the Splunk interface. The benefit of that is we do not have to restart the Splunk instance when we do it. So that actually went a lot faster than it usually does. Once the Splunk is restarted once, we can modify everything else within Splunk as long as everything works well. So let's go ahead and check that out. And we'll just open a new tab so we don't have any weird cache stuff. And let's do this and see if our boundaries are fixed. Search and reporting. And we'll do the same thing. Index equals main. I'm going to change it to all time because that's what we'll need to answer the questions. All right. All right, beautiful. So you can see that we were able to take everything out now. We have a network log, all in one log. So level 1 of our challenge is complete. The rest of these questions, we need to, well, basically do what we've been doing. And we fix the event boundaries. We can check that off. Here, guys, is where I got stuck bad yesterday on stream, and that is these extract custom fields. I was trying to use regex. I couldn't get it working. I edited a few different files. So the way the room shows you to do this, and this is probably the hacker way, the way for smart people, not me when it comes to this, is if we scroll down on this other room, just to be clear, I'm on the data manipulation room. Extracting custom fields, the way that right, fields.conf. And then props.conf, I believe, if I know the alphabet. There we go. But now let me show FIXIT transforms, props.conf and conf. discovered that made my life a lot easier. I did try to do this on stream yesterday, but it wasn't working properly for me, and we'll see if we can reverse engineer what I actually did wrong then. On the actual Splunk GUI, we have down here, extract new fields. Let's go ahead and click that. And now we are going to say, hey, select the sample. We'll just select this first one right there. Here's now. So let's go ahead and click that. And now we are going to say, hey, select the sample. We'll just select this first one right there. Here's our sample, and then click next. Selection method, regular expression. Next. And now it says, hey, what do you want to select? Well, we want to get this user. So let's do Robert Wilson. We don't want to include the extra space. We'll call it username. Add extraction. And you can see it's pulling it all out. We'll click next, next. Finish. Explore the fields I just created in search. And we're just going to change this back to index equals main. Otherwise, it kind of messes up our finish. Explore the fields I just created in search. And we're just going to change this back to index equals main. Otherwise, it kind of messes up our results. So we have to change this to all time. And now we have usernames here. If we click that, it pulled out all the usernames correctly, and we extracted that field. So if we go to our questions, one of the questions is how many usernames? So let's answer that. That 28 names correctly, and we extracted that field. So if we go to our questions, one of the questions is how many usernames? So let's answer that, 28. Now, what else do we need to extract? We need to extract the country. So very similar process, extract new fields. Extract the country. So very similar process, extract new fields. We'll click this one. Hit next. Regular expression. Next. Select fields. Our country is Japan. I did not like that. There we go. Add extraction. Now you can see we have an issue here. Add extraction. There we go. Add extraction. Now you can see we have an issue here. It's not grabbing all the ones that have like 2 letters in it, because if we look at the regular expression, I believe, well, it actually looks like it might be doing it right. So we're looking at country and then word plus, or should add anything else after that. Let's double check. Do that, preview. It's capturing it now. It's capturing the ad as well, but who cares? That'll work. And maybe, maybe I didn't actually need to do it that way. That's how I did it. Let's just keep going. I believe this is how I did it. We'll see if it works. We'll click finish. Let's explore the fields that we created and see if we can answer the question about countries, because then we know if it worked properly. But I'm 99% certain that's how I did it. And I completed the room. Let's go to all time, hit search, and if we look down at this, one more field, country. Country there. There, 12, we click that. We have at all of them, but who cares? It still does the job and it's showing us the country, right? So if we go down to how many countries, 12, that is correct. So we were able to do that properly. And now we need to extract the source IP. So let's give that a shot following a very similar process. Extract new fields. select this one. Next. Regular expression. Next. And very simply, copy the IP. Add extraction. Next, next, finish. Explore the fields I just created in search. Index equals main. And we have source IP right here. And we have all of our IPs. And the question for source IP, how many source IPs are captured in the log? It looks like, well, let's make sure we do this to all time or we might not have the right answer. Oh, it's still the same answer. 52. And now it says, well, is there any more that we need to do? Oh, department and domain. All right, so let's do that. we can go ahead and do the same thing, extract new fields. And we'll select an example, click next, regular expression, next. And are we doing departments now? Yeah. So the department is right here. IT department. Department, add extraction, next, next, finish. Explore the fields. Index equals main, all time. Department 6, you can see our different departments. Did we have any questions with departments? Here. How many departments are captured? 6. Okay. I think we have one more, and that's domain. So let's do the same thing. Extract new fields. And our domain is, of course, the cyber trees.thm. We could just answer that question, but we'll see if we can extract it. Regular expression, next, cybertrees.thm. Next, next, finish. Oh, sorry, no gamer, just seeing your message. Index equals main. Change it to all time, and we should see a domain field now in Splunk, and we only have one domain of cybertrees.thm, and I think that's all the answer. What's the capture domain? Cybertrees. Whoops, cyber tees, not trees. Come on, Tyler. Okay, now we can answer this question. What are the top 2 countries the user Robert tried to access the domain from? Answer in comma separated in alphabetical order, format country 1, country 2. So go back over to here. We can go ahead and click our usernames. Robert. And now from Robert, we can of course click country. And we can see the top 10 is Canada and United. United States. And now, so I got this one, I guess, on my first walkthrough because I just happened to see it when I was messing around with my regular expression patterns. I just saw this in the logs, a secret document.pdf. I wonder what the proper way to find that would be, because I didn't actually try that before. If we go to index equals main, can I just like control F this beast? I mean, that works. I don't know if that's the right way you're supposed to do it, but I can see it right there. Secret document.pdf. So it's Sarah Hall. Hall. And guys, there it is. So a shorter stream. I'm not actually going to stream any more than this. I just wanted to jump on. So it's Sarah Hall right there. Beast. Can I just like control that would be, because I didn't actually try that before. If we go to index equals main, can I just like control F this beast?